And this,
so it's like him telling the jokes.
yeah, he wrote jokes.
Are they good?
Well, I want you to take a guess about if they're good or not.
Let's do it.
There's this guy, Elephant Graveyard. He makes like YouTube videos about like just like all the terrible Joe Rogan comedians, and I think
Brendan Schaub and stuff.
He has a Brendan Schaub video, and it's pretty good.
It's so fearless.
Yeah.
Worldwide, we were talking about this the other day. There's maybe 500 of us on the planet. You know, you gotta be real generous and say 500 because it's really probably about 250. Whoa, right. Like legit comments. Guys you want to hang out with? Guys with fun? Please say you want to hang out with me. And maybe you disagree, but we have no objective way to measure the quality of a comic other than by their revenue. I have what you call fuck you money.
Yeah, that's great. Wonderful.
You know, oh man, I feel like, hold on. Let me show you, before we watch this, because it's really popular right now, like shitting on these guys. Like this guy, Elephant Graveyard, he fucking has been blowing up since this video because he makes like videos just shitting all over these guys.
So is it roughly like as bad as Brendan Schaub, some of these people, or?
Yeah, like all these guys are like on the level of.
There's Tim Pool.
Yeah, he does like Tim Pool, fucking all the guys that are Brendan Schaub.
Let's check them out.
But yeah, there's like a whole like genre of these guys who just shit all over like Joe Rogan's friends. But this is the guy I'm talking about. This is David Lucas.
Alright, so this guy David Lucas just released his first stand-up special, Uncancellable, which was filmed live at Joe Rogan's Comedy Club.
I love when the stand-up specials are like triggered, or snowflake, or canceled, or something.
The joke is that he was never even like famous to be canceled.
Yeah, you have to like be someone.
This is it.
How he would have shot George Floyd.
Oh, I guess.
I just want to apologize to his kids and everybody.
So right away, this whole uncancelable shit is pretty whack. Albums like Robin Williams, Richard Pryor.
Yeah, Joe Rogan put himself up on his own wall.
Lots of good ones in there. Some of my favorites.
Next to
he just buys like the club and puts himself up there. It's like, I'm next to the greats.
It's right next to Robin Williams.
Yeah, it's George Carlin. That's who'd be on the Mount Rushmore of comedy.
Yeah,
Richard Pryor, Robin Williams, George Carlin, and Joe Rogan.
Yeah, the kings of comedy.
All right, let's watch this thing.
Yeah, it's just like a new stupid thing to believe.
Yeah,
right.
It's got a sting. People are already leaving. They're like rushing out of there too. Well, I respect those guys leaving. They could tell right away this show wasn't going to be for them, and they pieced out of there real quick.
It's hard to date white women. It's like as soon as you put your hands around their neck, they turn red. It's the weirdest shit.
Oh God! Oh no! Oh, you cannot say that, David.
That's his joke.
What are we gonna do about this?
That's the opening joke of his special, right there. He's like choking.
So the premise for the opening joke is that he doesn't like dating white girls because he likes to physically abuse his partners. And when you choke white women, they stop breathing and turn red. And he doesn't like that because it makes him think about being sent to jail. And he likes black women because you can abuse them all you want without leaving any evidence of your crime. David is just kind of describing the way he likes to hit women. I'm not sure where the creative twist is to this. I guess the premise to this special is going to be, I'm going to be as edgy as possible. Isn't it crazy what I'm saying?
So that's
yeah. I think I got a sense. There's plenty of things that are kind of like borderline offensive that are also funny, but like this wasn't it. That, or like if you're gonna do this style of comedy, like doing it in a way that pokes fun at people that might actually think like that is sometimes kind of
satire. You could do but like he wasn't doing. He
wasn't doing satire. Like he could have done those jokes like. Maybe like just kind of edited them a little bit to make them have some sort of social commentary, but instead like he just went up there and was like, what would guarantee that like people walk out of the room so I get like my routine goes viral.
I don't think like David Lucas has like the ability to like meta analyze.
I believe in domestic violence, man. I do. You know what I'm saying? I really, if you do right, like, a lot of guys don't do domestic violence right, man. Like they be hitting that girl in the nose and the lip, you know, leaving her bloody and shit. You can't do that, man. You gotta hit these hoes on top of the head, nigga. You gotta fucking Donkey Kong a bitch sometimes.
Oh God! Somebody call the police.
The Donkey Kong thing is kind of that's kind of a joke because it's like.
Yeah, that was the first thing that I didn't laugh at it, but it's the first thing.
He's incorporated a metaphor.
Yeah, he said he said it was like something.
Yeah.
That technically does qualify as a joke.
Yeah, I think
it's not good.
And I think he accidentally did that. I don't think he was like intentionally okay.
Statistically, there had to be one or two.
Yeah. Like most comedians, when they're writing a special, they'll look at the economy of words, which is like a concept of like, okay, how many jokes per minute am I having in here? What's the intention of my joke? What's the nature of my joke? Is it a metaphor? Is it satirical? I think David Lucas just like free associated Donkey Kong. So I don't even know if he understands why that was a joke.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Everything about this guy is fucking hilarious.
Brendan's job is a never-ending downward spiral. It seems he can't go any lower.
They can't say the word gringo on YouTube.
I have no idea.
Worst comedy special of all time.
They're showing it right there.
That was so.
It got a 1. It got like a 1 out of 10. I mean, that's pretty accurate. I think
I think it's more entertaining than that.
Okay, Brendan Schaub versus like David Lucas. Who's better?
Yeah.
Who wins?
I mean, like, which would I rather throw on and like laugh at?
Brendan Schaub.
Yeah, Brendan Schaub.
Let's see what's going on here.
You thought bullying Bobby Lee was bad.
Yeah. Okay. So look, this is what I'm talking about. That's Kalila. That's Bobby Lee's girlfriend.
That's Bobby Lee's ex-girlfriend, huh?
They broke up, but Derek, I can't believe you don't follow any of this stuff. It's very like this is my TMZ is watching like the comedian podcast drama channels.
Yeah.
It's a rabbit hole of just fucking stupid bullshit. It just
gets worse and worse.
Yeah. Callan was accused in a July 31st report of the LA Times. Actor Catherine she alleged that Callan had. Oh my God! So this is the other guy that's on the podcast with Gringo Poppy, and they're the guys that started the beef with. They're friends with Rogan, and they started the beef with Bobby Lee.
You know more about these comedians than I do.
Yeah,
so.
I'm a comedy savant.
Yeah.
Derek.
In recent times, it seems Brendan is in the worst place a comedian can be in, fading into irrelevance. Brendan is first and foremost, in his own words, a comedian. His ticket sales have been looking a bit dicey lately. I mean, look at his UK tour. The gray means soul, by the way.
I had to cancel my show, but I will be doing shorter sets. Does it say why? Just the tickets were.
He doesn't go into like why he can't he canceled it just due to lack of interest, but he acts like it's like something out of his control. Or,
yeah, I can't control if people just think I suck, dude. It's their fault. I like how there was like a natural progression. Like there was Sharknado, and then there was like 2 Sharknados.
Yeah.
Was it like Megalodon was the one? Megalodon 2.
A Sharknado versus Megalodon.
Was that one?
I don't know. It sounds like it could be
I believe
something.
It. Freddy versus Sharknado.
Yeah.
They don't make those anymore, right? Like people are like.
I think there was too many of those. Like it was obviously intended to be bad movies that people got sick of it.
You know, I started watching recently was Sex and the City.
Yeah, is that good?
No, it's not.
Okay,
it's really bad.
Yeah, I never thought to watch it, but I was like, am I sleeping on Sex and the City?
Well, I was watching it like ironically because I was gonna see like maybe I can do like a Marxist review of this show because it's so. But it's like there's like elements there. I mean, it's like gentrified New York from like the 90s and like and it's like. That there is kind of like an interesting like kind of like cultural artifact of like this is like a time window where like gentrification was like not in like full-fledged like it is now, but it was definitely like it was like charming.
But people's like, oh, isn't it good that we're fixing up these places?
Yeah, it's such a weird time looking back at it because like back then that's how it was thought of. It's like, oh, we're putting art galleries here. Like, oh, look, we're going to Soho and like eating caviar. And it's like, look,
we painted a mural at this basketball court.
Yeah, look at all the good stuff we're doing in New York. And it's like like at the time like people were so up their own ass about it. And like nowadays, you know, it's so obvious that they ruined that city and priced like generations of people out of New York or whatever. But at the time, like, it was very much like romanticized, and it's like, oh
no, and that was the point though.
Yeah, the dream was to be like a white woman, move to New York and marry like a Wall Street banker or something,
and then like not have to see any minorities ever again.
That's what like half of Sex and the City, like the first season, like I'm watching the first season right now, and there's so many times where she's so like, her storyline is like, oh, I just had sex with like an investment banker, and then she like walks out of his apartment, and she like almost like runs into like a black family and like knocks them over or something, and then they're just in the peripheral of like, she's like, get out of my way, like she's not saying that to them like explicitly, but like that's like how tone deaf like the whole thing comes off as. Like it's just like the people who like actually like live in like New York or in those areas of New York are like kind of pushed into the peripheral to kind of like, I guess, facilitate her like romanticization of how like the whole area has been like gentrified and turned into like a like late stage capitalist fucking shit show. That's like my immediate.
It's just like one of those kind of time capsule shows where it shows an outdated sort of like approach to.
Well, there's definitely like it's weird seeing like culturally too, like what dating was like back then compared to now. Like it was very much like I don't want to say it's like feminist or anything like that, because really like it's kind of, the women are kind of like just looking for like the men who have like the most money. They're like very much like fetishized. Like I think like the guy Mr. Big, he's like the main kind of like guy, her love interest from the whole series, and he's just like multi-millionaire like businessman. It's like oh, but he's also got a personality. It's like, okay, I don't think you should have led with that maybe, but like they they don't.
I don't think I'll ever find another guy like with as much money as this guy.
That's very much like how it comes off as in the show. I would like to at least finish the first season if I can. It's pretty hard to watch. If I can like make myself sit through the first season, I would like fucking AI generate a fucking like mean-spirited critique of the show, but I don't think I can like bring myself to do all the work.
That would probably be the thing that turns AI like against us. If you just
make it watch Sex and the City.
Yeah, just the only thing it's ever seen is the show Sex and the City.
I made artificial intelligence watch 100 hours of Sex and the City.
It just ends up as like the computer from I Have No Mouth, but I Must Scream.
Oh, this sounds awful, dude.
What have we got here?
It sounds like a fucking tunnel.
It's the new soundtrack to the show, man.
No.
Yeah, this sounds like fucking dog shit.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. It sounds pretty good to me.
We put some like brown noise in there, hoping that people will fall asleep.
How long have you all been recording? Because I was told 4 o'clock, and then
it's been for like.
Now I'm seeing that you called me less than.
I called you 2 hours ago.
You didn't call me 2 hours ago. Well, no, you did, and then told me 4 o'clock, and then now you called me at, like,
we were doing some
at
stuff
like 5:40 something. That's dog shit.
Let's take a look. I called you an hour ago.
Well, we said be ready at 4, not that we're calling you at 4.
I called you.
No, the show was supposed to happen at 4. I'm going fucking sit around watching my phone for an hour and a half, hoping that y'all do something with your lives.
It's called a ringer or vibrate. Like, what do you mean watch your phone? Like, it's a fucking, like, it doesn't make noise or fucking shake when you get a fucking phone call?
You have to sit there staring at it, otherwise you're gonna miss a phone call.
Yeah, like what is it, like a fucking like Morse code machine or something?
It costs extra to have a ringtone.
Do you think we're sending you a smoke signal or something? Like, what fucking kind of phone do you have, buddy? Like sending a fucking like a dove over to your house?
It's like the what are they, the jitterbug. Yeah, I got the jitterbug.
Oh yeah. Can only receive calls.
Yeah.
It's a great phone.
Well, I think you log in like 6 phone numbers, and you can only call like 6 different people, and it's so you don't, with your dementia, you don't end up calling.
Yeah, no, they also. I remember those phones. They also marketed them to like young kids whose parents didn't want them to have phones.
Right.
You can't call it P. Diddy or
Yeah.
son to lose his virginity.
Yeah. I don't want no son of mine wanting to be talking to Drake on the phone. Talking to P. Diddy and Drake all day.
Well, that's what we did, and I think we're better. We became better people as a result. So these kids with their iPads all day, like we had to call P. Diddy if we back.
Is that what we did?
Yeah, I don't know.
We used to call.
You're the one that said we did it.
Yeah, just because I like Godzilla 2000.
Oh yeah, a banger soundtrack.
Great.